I'm Miles Porter. Tonight I want to tell you about the observation lounge after midnight. Just that. One car on the train, one time of night. I've spent a lot of hours in observation cars, but the ones I remember most are the hours after midnight, when most people have gone to bed, when the car gets quiet in a particular way. There's something about being awake in that space while others sleep. Let me tell you what it's like. The observation lounge on an Amtrak long-distance train sits in the middle of the consist, usually between the dining car and the sleeper cars. The railroad places it there on purpose, close to everything, but separate too. The car has windows that curve up and over your head, floor-to-ceiling glass on the sides, then more glass that bends to form the roof. In daylight, you can see sky. At night, you mostly see your own reflection. The seats face outward, two on each side of the aisle. They're arranged so you can turn them to face forward or backward, or toward each other if you're traveling with someone. During the day, families sit here, people with cameras, folks who want to watch the scenery without staying in their rooms. The car has energy then. Conversation, sometimes excitement when the train passes through somewhere beautiful. But after midnight, it changes. Most passengers have returned to their rooms or to their seats in coach. The lounge empties out. Sometimes you're alone. Sometimes there are 3 or 4 other people spread out, each in their own pool of quiet. The railroad keeps the lights low at night, not off, just dimmed. There's enough light to see the aisle, to make your way to a seat without stumbling, but not enough to keep you alert. The light has a blue quality, like moonlight through water. I did some research on observation cars. The first ones appeared in 1888. Back then, they were open-air platforms at the rear of luxury trains. Wealthy passengers would stand outside, feel the wind, watch the track recede behind them. By the 1940s, dome cars arrived. Glass enclosures that let passengers see in all directions. The Burlington Railroad built the first one in 1945. They called it Silver Dome. The domes sat higher than regular train cars. You'd climb a narrow staircase to reach them. Modern Amtrak observation lounges came later, starting in 1981. They combined the side windows of regular cars with that curved glass roof, not as high as the old domes, but similar in spirit. The Sightseer Lounge is what Amtrak calls them on most Western routes. Coast Starlight, Empire Builder, California Zephyr. The design is distinctive. You'd recognize it if you saw one. I find it comforting to know these cars have been around for decades. Tens of thousands of people have sat in these same seats, looking out at the same darkness, feeling the same gentle motion. When you sit in the observation lounge after midnight, you notice the sounds first. There's the constant low rumble of wheels on rail. That's always there. The fundamental note of train travel. It sits below everything else. Steady, unchanging. Then there's the sway. The observation car rides differently than sleeper cars. It's longer, lighter, It moves more noticeably on the curves. You feel yourself leaning gently, first one way, then the other. Your body adjusts without thinking. Sometimes the train's horn sounds. 2 long blasts, one short, one long. The grade crossing signal, required by law at every road crossing, even at 2 in the morning, even when no one is waiting at the crossing. The horn sounds distant, even though you're on the train. Something about the curved glass muffles it, softens it. You hear the HVAC system, a gentle whoosh of air, constant. White noise that actually helps you relax. Occasionally someone walks through, coming from the sleeper cars, heading to the cafe car for a snack or a drink, their footsteps on the carpeted aisle, the whoosh of the automatic door, then silence again. The windows show you 2 things at once. There's the darkness outside, deep black, occasionally broken by lights. A farmhouse window, a street lamp, in a town the train doesn't stop in, the red glow of a cell tower beacon. And there's your reflection, your face floating in the glass. Semi-transparent, overlaid on the darkness. You can see through yourself to whatever's outside. This double image creates a strange effect. You're looking out, but you're also looking at yourself looking out. You become part of the landscape. This happens because of how glass reflects light when it's darker outside than inside. The glass acts like a mirror, but not a perfect mirror. Some light still passes through. So you see both. In the observation lounge after midnight, this means you're never quite alone. Your face is always there with you, watching, witnessing the same journey you are. Some people find this unsettling. I find it peaceful, like having company without the obligation to talk. The train moves through small towns. You can tell you're approaching because the darkness starts to break up. First one light, then a few more, then a cluster, then you're passing through. Most of these towns are asleep, but not completely. There's always something awake. A gas station, a stoplight cycling through its patterns even though no one is there, a house with a porch light on. The train doesn't stop. These aren't station towns, just places the tracks happen to pass through. The railroad was here first. The towns built themselves around it. You get glimpses. A grain elevator, a water tower with the town name painted on it, a crossing where the gates are down and the red lights are flashing. Then you're through, back into darkness, back to the fields or the forests or whatever unpopulated space lies between towns. The observation lounge makes you aware of all this empty space. During the day, you see it directly. At night, you feel it. The darkness suggests vastness, distance, land that no one is using for anything. I find that peaceful too. The idea that there's still space in this country, room between things. Other passengers in the car keep to themselves. Everyone who's here after midnight has made the same choice. To be awake, to not be in their room or their seat, to sit in this particular space and watch the darkness go by. It creates an understanding, an unspoken agreement. We won't bother each other. We'll let each other have this experience privately. Sometimes someone will catch your eye and nod, or offer a small smile. That's the extent of it. No conversation needed. You're sharing something, but you're sharing it separately. I once saw a woman knitting after midnight in the observation car, her hands moving steadily, the needles clicking so softly I could barely hear them. She was making a scarf, cream-colored yarn. She worked on it for an hour, then gathered her things and left. I never saw her again. Another time, a man sat with a notebook, writing, pausing to look out the window, then writing again. I wondered what he was writing, but I didn't ask. These glimpses of other people's quiet activities, they add to the feeling of the space. Everyone here is doing something small, something that matters to them, something that doesn't require anyone else. The train rocks you. That's what people always say about train travel, the gentle rocking, like a cradle, like being a baby again. In the observation lounge, the rocking is more pronounced. The car is positioned high. The suspension is softer. Every slight curve in the track translates to motion you can feel, side to side. A rhythm. Not perfectly regular, but close enough that your body starts to anticipate it. Research shows that the human vestibular system responds to rhythmic motion in ways that can promote relaxation. That's why rocking soothes infants, why we rock ourselves when we're anxious, why swings and rocking chairs exist. The observation lounge at midnight becomes a very large rocking chair, moving you gently through the darkness. No effort required on your part. Just surrender to it. Let it happen. After a while, you stop noticing it consciously. It just becomes part of how the world feels. The baseline. Normal. Eventually, you'll get tired. Your eyelids will get heavy. Your thoughts will start to drift. The double image in the window will blur. The sounds will recede. That's when you know it's time to head back to your room. You stand. Steady yourself. The floor sways under you. But you're used to it now. You walk carefully down the aisle. The automatic door whooshes open. You step into the next car, and the next. The observation lounge disappears behind you, but it stays with you. That feeling of sitting in the curved glass car, watching darkness, being rocked, sharing silence with strangers. It's a particular kind of peace. Small, specific, available only after midnight, only on a moving train, only if you choose to be awake. If this helped you settle tonight, maybe we'll ride together again. The observation lounge will still be there. The curved glass, the dim blue light, the gentle rocking, waiting for the next person who needs it. Good night.